In this society, we do have reason to sometimes feel insecure going anywhere or doing anything that is unfamiliar to us. With the violence and abuse of power, it's sad to even think that we may feel unsafe in our place of work, home, or even in our place of work, school, or even in our own homes. Having that in mind, does it make sense to have more of the things that makes our everyday lives so unpredictable, such as guns, in a place of learning for children? The thought itself gives me chills. Critics may think that arming teachers with guns will make things better, make our learning environments safer, but what about a gun is safe? Maybe the fact that it could kill or injure multiple people in a second. That is why there should not be guns in schools, especially on our teachers. The most important reason why teachers should not have guns in schools is, who said all teachers are mentally stable enough to be in possession of a gun? If you are a teacher or even someone who deals with kids, you know how frustrating it can be sometimes dealing with us. I can personally guaranteed, because I'm a kid, that dealing with us is no walk in the park. With that in mind, in any situation of, let's say, a class of 25 kids is being completely and utterly obnoxious. Now the teacher is, to let me remind you, only human and does have a gun tucked away to be used against intruders, is so fed up over all the screaming, whining, and bickering that they could even go to the point of pulling out that gun they have tucked away and use it on the class or maybe even themselves. www.bradycampaign.org states that 93 people die every day due to guns, 2/3 of those being suicides. A teacher with a gun could be one of those 93. Now, I am not saying this is the case with every teacher, but it is better to be safe than sorry. Another reason why teachers should not have guns is, without proper training, the gun could be used against the teacher or the students instead of the attacker. Critics may argue that the government could just provide the resources and money to properly train every teacher, but an ordinary teacher scared would not have the greatest reaction. Now, if you have the next Rambo as a teacher, you should be fine. www.politifact.com states that roughly 11,500 people have died in 1 year due to their own guns. If that many people died in just 1 year, imagine how many would die if the government passes a law obligating teachers to have guns in schools. The final reason why we would deeply regret arming teachers with guns is how utterly expensive it would be. Nowadays, everything boils down to money. Imagine how much money the government would lose in trying to arm every teacher with a gun in Florida alone. With there being roughly 180,500 teachers and an average revolver costing anywhere from $500 to $2,000, they would end up spending $90 million to $360 million on guns alone in Florida. There are so many things that the money could be used for that would benefit the teachers and the students so much more than guns that will either be used for the wrong reasons or never at all. Not to mention the $19.19 trillion the United States is already in debt with, that number increasing over time. With that said, do you really think that the government should waste the taxpayers' monies on guns when the money could be used for more important things such as better technology in the government, better technology in the classrooms, or more books in our libraries? As I come to a conclusion, keep in mind all the fatalities and injuries that were caused from guns. When it's all said and done, it's foolish to have guns in the classrooms on our teachers, even if their purpose is to protect. There are so many situations that could turn fatal in result of these guns in schools. In the end, schools and guns just do not mix.